Sagittarius says, welcome to your mid-month reading for November 2018. Keep in mind, this is a general reading. It can apply to love, family, career, friendships, whatever. Okay, however it applies, work. Alrighty, so just the things I want to mention. If this resonates with you, consider personal reading, rates and info below. Send me an email and we can make that happen. And then keep in mind, I'm on Instant Go if you need a quick answer to a quick question. Check out my sun and moon readings in my playlist. My 2018 and the 2019s are up there. So are my compatibility readings. I think that's it. Yeah, so let's just get to your reading. Holy Spirit, angels, divine guides, universe, can you please provide your truth, your wisdom, your clarity, your insight for Sagittariuses for the period of November 15th until November 30th, 2018. All right, I am doing a little bit of a different format. I'm going to try it out for this month. We'll see how it goes. I feel like it's a little more personal, but you know, how can a general reading be personal? But we'll see. Okay, so Sagittarius, November 15th to November 30th. What do you see? What do you see? Okay, so Holy Spirit angels, can you please show me what their current situation or environment is for Sagittarius for the period of November 15th to the 31st? We have the Tower card in the upright. Can you please show me what Sagittarius's challenges will be from November 15th to the 30th? We have the Eight of Swords in the upright. Can you please show me what advice you have for Sagittarius? Okay, and we have the Two of Cups in reversed. And then finally, how will Sagittarius move forward from this reading after November 30th? And we have the Sun card in reverse. Okay, so I do see that things are a little bit problematic. Okay, we start off with the Tower card. So the Tower card is there's something, the environment around you during this period of time. Maybe there's something changing. You don't want it to change, something falling apart. You don't want it to fall apart, however that kind of resonates for you. It really is a big upheaval. Usually a lot of emotions come along with it, a lot of strong feelings come along with it, and that's part of the reason why you probably don't want it to happen. But the thing about the Tower is it really, even though you don't want the change, it's going to happen anyways. It just, either it has a weak support, or it's old and it's crumbling away, and maybe you try to kind of you know, like a dying sandcastle, you try to prop it up again, but you can't, and then the tide comes in and washes it away. So you really have to kind of fold into the universe and kind of let these events happen rather than try to fight them, because the positive message that comes out of the Tower is once it does, everything does actually fall apart and you kind of withstand it, then you can go about rebuilding something. Okay, so sometimes things have to fall apart for a reason, for something else to come out of it, or just to rebuild. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm getting for your general energies during the last 2 weeks of November. Here we go into the Eight of Swords. Okay, your challenge is you just feel really restricted. You feel really trapped. I don't know if it's necessarily because of this incident happening or what have you, but the Eight of Swords, for some of you, your challenge could be just being stuck in a situation, okay? So it could be stuck in a relationship that you no longer kind of want to be in. You could be stuck in a job that's going nowhere, stuck in a contract or legal situation that you can't get out of. And, you know, it's really, a helplessness comes along with it, that, you know, you really feel like you can't do anything about it. But the Eight of Swords, it really is usually about perception and the actual reality of it. So, and some of you actually might feel like you keep on getting into these situations over and over and over again. Okay, it's the same type of situation you seem to fall into, and it's a challenge for you to not do that, to perceive things differently, to see things differently, and not keep on tumbling into these situations and you know, getting stuck in these situations just because of your perception or how you go about thinking about things. And that's really what's trapping you. So really it's your own willpower to kind of get out of this situation. All right. Now, the advice they're telling you here is the Two of Cups. So this kind of leads me to believe, and I didn't want this to point towards, and don't think this is a love relationship, you know, right off the bat, but the advice here with this Two of Cups is kind of to break up, break something off with somebody, have a period of separation with somebody, because, and you might kind of need that, because there's a lack of understanding between you and another person right now, and you might need this space, you might need this breakup, you might need the Tower card. Whoever this person is, a colleague, it could be a partner, it could be, you know, a friend or whatever. It's kind of saying, yes, go ahead and break up and be apart, because then you guys may be able to rekindle, or you may be able to work on an understanding at another time. But it seems like right now it's not working out. So the advice is kind of like to go ahead and end it, or just break up for a period of time, so you can kind of figure things out. And moving forward for this reading, and it might be because of a result of what you've gone through, we have the Sun card in reverse. So some of you actually may feel a little down in the dumps. You might be a little sad, going through a temporary depression. You might have seen things going a different way, and they didn't go that way. So, you know, it's almost like a black cloud getting in front of the sun is often a big interpretation, meaning that, you know, you were so having expectations for happiness, or to be joyous, or for something to materialize, and then something kind of got in the way of that and delayed that. So that's probably how you're going to be kind of moving forward after this reading, while the dust kind of settles and you kind of figure out what you're going to do. So let's try a clarification on the Tower card. Why is the Tower card here for Sagittarius for energies November 15th and November 30th? Additional information. The Tower card, please. Who is this person? What is this energy? Why is this Tower card here for Sagittarius for November 15th to November 30th? And again, if you're going through this, consider personal reading. It's just a matter of emailing me. We can go ahead and set that up. You can only get so much out of general readings, obviously. Okay, we have the Two of Pentacles. So there's your struggle trying to... Okay, so you're struggling to stay afloat in this situation. Remember when I said trying to keep on holding it together? The Two of Pentacles, that's what kind of the Two of Pentacles means to me, trying vigorously to maintain balance and not being able to do so. There's an urgency that comes along with it to the Two of Pentacles, trying to stay afloat, trying to hold things together, maybe trying to resist change, and, you know, just going back and forth with a, you know, almost frantic, you know, trying to figure out how to really make this not happen, make the Tower not fall apart. So you are very frantic during this time. The Fool card in the upright indicates to me you're that, and it's what we talked about. This has to happen so that you can have this new journey. The Fool card is about a new beginning. I mean, just realize, and I really say this to people tend to resist when the Death card comes up or the Tower card comes up, or, you know, don't resist the change, fold into it. It'll make it a lot easier transition for you. If you just kind of like, and I'm trying to even think of an analogy in life that you're in, like an earthquake, you know? I mean, if you just kind of sit, you know it's going to pass. And then you figure out what the damage is, you know? But kind of running around and trying to save your belongings or everything is kind of futile, you know, or futile. So that's what I feel like. And in doing so, you're preventing yourself from this new beginning that's going to come out of this, okay? A new beginning where you're going to feel carefree. It could be a new job. It could be a new career. It's taking a risk, exploring something that you would have never explored otherwise. You could be stepping out either as a single person, or somebody could be leaving. Sometimes the Fool card is somebody leaving the house, a youth leaving the house, going off on an adventure, and you feeling like your world's falling apart as a result. So however that kind of resonates for you. And then we had the Page of Pentacles here in reverse. And I feel like this, with the Page of Pentacles, like this wasn't working. I mean, there were things about it that just ultimately weren't going to work in terms of long term, is what I'm feeling like. The Page of Pentacles is more about like short-term pleasures, okay? Things being short-term and your goals being blocked, and things not kind of getting off the ground in the practical sense. So I don't feel like whatever this was, I mean, the reason why it fell apart is because practically it just wasn't sound. So I think there's a lot of acceptance that needs to go on for you guys in the period and during this time, rather than, you know, fighting it or whatever. Okay, can you please provide clarification? Eight of Swords. Why is the Eight of Swords here in the upright? Who is this person? What is this energy? Additional messages for the Eight of Swords. Who is this person? What is this energy? Eight of Swords for Sagittarius, November 15th to November 30th. The Magician card. Okay. Now we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. Okay, so they are telling you with the Magician card, okay, your challenge is you're preventing things from manifesting because we have the Eight of Swords along with the Magician. Immediately what I got from that is what we kind of talked about with this, the challenge being that, you know, you keep on tumbling into these same situations and getting stuck in these same situations. And they're telling you with this the Eight of Swords here that if you just free yourself from this, be open to change, let go of the old pattern, liberate yourself from the past ways of doing things. Look at the past ways that you've been doing things and say to yourself, okay, why isn't that working? I keep on doing it the same way. I keep on ending up in the same place. So it really is about release, escape, liberating yourself from that. And only then does the Magician come through. And the Magician is turning visions into reality, manifesting a new cycle for yourself. It could be improving your relationship. It could be using tools and the skills you have to make something happen for yourself, okay? It can be creative focus. But I feel like, you know, if you just continue to do this, continue to be restricted by what you're used to or what you kind of, how you define yourself, I think you're preventing yourself from something beautiful. And it's a really hard thing to do. It really is about kind of giving a really hard look at yourself and seeing what you're doing that's causing these patterns to occur. So, and it is challenging, obviously, because it's in the challenge position. And then we have this King of Pentacles down here. So this could be an older person that will kind of come and help you with this challenge. Somebody who's very long-term and stable and reliable. Somebody who's successful. They're wealthy. They have status. They're in a really good place and they're like an anchor. And I feel like the challenge is either finding this person to kind of help you through this, or this person could be coming in to help you with this challenge, because this is somebody that really, they're solid, they have it all together, they've gotten to where they are because they've done their work, okay? And they're very mature, so they've kind of done everything they need to do. So this person will be coming in to influence you, or that you could end up forging a relationship with this person, but I feel like they're going to help you with the challenges that you're going through. And this could be a patriarch. I always look at the kings like patriarchs, so either, you know, a father, an uncle, somebody who's older than you, who is either male or, you know, a female that has that masculinity about her, that alpha kind of presence, okay? So let's move on to the Two of Cups here in regards to advice. So who is this person? What is this energy? What additional messages do you have for this Two of Cups? And the Two of Cups, when we're talking about breakup or separation, this could be a breakup and a separation from your old you, how you used to be. And literally being like, okay, I'm going to break up with myself, my old self. We're not going to be like that anymore. It's going to break up and we're going to be done with it. So, I mean, the Two of Cups, depending on what your situation is and how it resonates, can go a lot of different ways. Please provide clarification on the Two of Cups for Sagittarius. Who is this person? What is this energy? For the Two of Cups in reverse in regards to advice. Additional messages for Sagittarius. Two of Cups in reverse. Person. Okay. So we have the Seven of Wands in the upright. We have the Eight of Pentacles in the upright. We have the King of Wands in the upright. Okay, so in regards to this, the reason why you need to separate from this person or from yourself or from your old ways, okay, is because I feel like it's causing you a lot of opposition. All right, so the Seven of Wands, I see you kind of standing on this mountain and being like, you know, this is how I am, okay? And I feel like this is how you were. And with the King of Wands, and I'm going to move these around just for me, for my benefit, okay? So you're telling other people, okay, and I feel like it's the way you have been doing things, and people are saying, why are you like this? Why are you doing this? And you're like, because this is how I am. This is how, you know, I'm going to be. And maintaining your position, okay? Kind of like, well, I can't make everyone happy, so I'm just going to be how I am. And standing on your mountain. But, I mean, it's really about figuring out what hills are worth dying on. What, are you picking your battles? Or are you just doing it out of out of pride, out of, wanting to be the king, because the King of Wands, and that's why I rearranged this for my things. The King of Wands likes things a specific way. All right. And he is the guy in charge. He's the guy that's in power. He doesn't do it in a bad way. He's not oppressive or anything like that, but he does like things a certain way, and he does get people to do his bidding. And this might have been your old ways of doing things. You might not have been as tolerant as you could have been in certain areas. So it can flip-flop. Maybe it's the other person that wasn't tolerant of you. Maybe you were always trying to stick up for how you were to this person, and they're the King of Wands, and they want things a certain way, and they want to be in charge, okay? But whatever the situation is, however it resonates for you, like in advice, the Eight of Pentacles is here to tell you it's not working out, okay? So if it's not working out, we're returning back to, should you break up with yourself? Should you disconnect from this person for a period of time so that you guys can, rekindle what you have, or gain the understanding that you used to have? Because the Eight of Pentacles is someone just doing it for the motions, okay? Just going through it because they're just going through the motions. They're not having progress. They're not having success. They aren't getting anywhere. Another thing about the Eight of Pentacles is being very stuck in the way of thinking. So that's the reason why this isn't progressing. Stuck in the way of thinking could be kind of the King of Wands, wanting things to go a certain way. So I do feel the advice is, whatever this liaison is with whomever it is, I do think either you or somebody else, there does need to be a period of separation at the very least, if not walking away from old ways of doing things entirely, okay? And I don't feel you want to let go of the old you, and I don't feel you want to let go of whoever this person is that you have this alliance with or this liaison with. And I see that because of the Sun card here, moving forward from this reading. So I sense that you guys really don't want to let go, even if it's for a short period of time. Even if you know that it's going to benefit you. I feel it's going to be a very hard thing for you to do. Can you please provide clarification on the Sun card in reverse? Why is the Sun card here in reverse for Sagittarius? Who is this person? What is this energy? What's the messages for the Sun card in reverse for Sagittarius personality? Okay, but you need to do it because you need to ground yourself. We have the Seven of Cups here in the reverse. And this is so you can step back and gain clarity, okay, on the situation. You're not going to be able to do it while you're in it. And you're not going to be able to do it while you're doing your old habits and old ways of doing things. But if you break from that, you are going to be able to get clarity. And once you do, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So that means that your fortune's going to turn around. Things are going to turn around for the better. This cycle will, you will become, optimism will return to you. You guys are very optimistic people. So it'll be good luck. It'll be a turning point. This cycle is you'll be entering a new cycle. Situation will improve and you'll be optimistic again. And it could happen quite suddenly. And then we have the Tower card. And to me, the Tower card came out to remind you why this had to happen. Okay? You're going to go back to the Tower card and you're going to say to yourself, that really, really sucked. But the lesson that you learned from all this is to fold into the universe. When things start to fall apart, instead of trying to fix them, instead of trying to revive something that is just broken, sometimes it's just better to let go and let it break. And then kind of sweep up the pieces and make a new piece of pottery or what have you. Really, the Tarot, I mean, you guys watch this stuff all the time. Isn't it really a really common theme is things dying, things falling apart, and then renewal coming out of it? It's very common in Tarot. And it really is, once you kind of get to that echelon or that higher ground where you can truly embrace that and do that, not just say you're going to do it, but actually embrace it and make it happen, is when you'll see things radically turn around in your life. I've seen it with clients. I've seen it with myself. But it's something you have to be absolutely devoted to. And it's not an easy task by any means. It takes a lot of courage, letting go of a lot of insecurities and just a lot of things in general. So, all right. So that's what I have for you guys, Sagittariuses, for November 15th to the 30th. Consider a personal reading. If you would like one, just shoot me an email and we can go ahead and we can set that up. Or you can go on Instant Go and ask me a quick a quick question on there. Check out my weeklies on Facebook and Instagram, and then make sure you check out my playlist for my 2018 and 2019 Sun Moon readings and compatibility readings, okay? Otherwise, guys, good luck to you the last 2 weeks of November. Bye from Veronica Garnett. Adios.